Hey, what's going on, guys? The Beldam is back for a brand new video. And today, I'm going to be doing my review, or my just overall quick thoughts on the movie, the prequel to X, which is Pearl. The movie just came out. I finally got to see it today. And I'm really tired, so I just kind of want to give you overall thoughts of what I thought about the film. But before I do that, I wanted to address a couple things first. First of all, I checked to see how many of you guys like the views of my videos, and by far my Trick or Treat showcase has the most views I've ever seen on my channel. So I'm telling you guys, I'm not doing these videos just for the views, I swear. But I wanted to, again, I know I say this in every video, but I wanted to thank you all so much. Really, thank you. Thank you. I really am grateful that you guys are watching my videos, that you're enjoying them. Even the smallest things, whether it be a showcase or my last video, which was just a trailer reaction to The Little Mermaid, got a lot of views for this channel. And I know I'm not the biggest name on YouTube, and my overall background isn't that exciting to look at, but I do this because I wanted to put myself out there and give you guys something, you know? And I wanted to give you I wanted to share my voice out there for you guys. Just give you something, you know? So just the smallest little bits. I thank you all so much for watching my videos and commenting and liking them. Just the smallest things. I really, really, really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. And so we addressed that, and I'm sorry, and I'm also I know these videos are few and far between, but I don't post regularly, but I try to post what I can. Something interesting I want to talk about that isn't Halloween related. I'm not the type to go over the Halloween Ends trailer or TV spots with a fine-tooth comb. No offense to anyone who does that for their channel. It's just not something I do. But yeah, so my overall thoughts on Pearl. I did a little a quick little review of X a while back, and initially I was excited for this movie because I really, really dug X, and the overall vibe of this movie is it's obviously different from X. I mean, X is a very grounded, it's set in the 70s. It has a 70s feel. This film is set in 1918, and it focuses on the titular character, the old woman, and X, played, if you didn't know, that the old woman was played by Mia Goth, who played Maxine in X. So she played a dual role. And you couldn't even tell. She was that freaking good. And this movie, she is fantastic. Absolutely. Everyone who's reviewed this movie has given her praise, and she absolutely deserves it. Mia Goth is phenomenal in this movie. And she just, her whole And she's not playing the same exact... She's not playing, like, Maxine. She's playing Pearl. A very young Pearl. And when you saw, like, if you saw X, you understand, like, she's a murderer, but she was also kind of almost sympathetic because all she really wanted was to be loved. And this movie, like, you see that a lot in her younger days because she's just, her character is like, she wants to be a star, but she's just like contained in this farmhouse by her mother and her a very needful father. Her father is basically an invalid, I guess, in this film. Like, he requires a lot of attention and medical treatment. And when I was watching this movie, I was picking up a lot of similarities to Carrie between, like, Pearl and her mother, and, like, the relationship that Carrie White had with her mother, Margaret. They're very different characters, though. It's just like Carrie and Pearl, very different characters. Just like, but I was just picking up that similarity between them. And I think both are fantastic. And it saddens me that the Academy doesn't really, they don't really, like, even if you get, like, exceptional performances like in Pearl or Toni Collette from Hereditary, the Academy just doesn't, like, they look down on this, or just, like, they look at horror, it's just like they put their nose up, or they just don't acknowledge it. They don't acknowledge, like, you get, like, terrific acting in this, they will never, like, acknowledge it because it's too, like, low-brow for them. So, even though we would want it, Mia Goth will probably get, like, snubbed like Colette did. But she did get recognized in the horror industry, in the horror community industry, so that's fantastic. And Mia Goth really deserves it. She was, like, fantastic, and then she's whimsically twisted, I should say. She's whimsically twisted in this movie. And I have to say, I'm going to say that comparatively, did I like this film better than X? I'm going to say no. I loved X, and this film is phenomenal as well. But they're very different. Very, very different. And this one is just, I think X is a little bit more rewatchable. This one's definitely watchable. It's beyond watchable. It's just like, it has like that whimsical kind of 1920s cinema feel to it. It's very bright. It's very vibrant with its colors, its music, and it feels like you're watching a film from that era. It really does. Just like how X feels like a film you're watching from the 70s. This just feels like that kind of film. And kudos to Ty West, who did he directed and edited this movie, and it feels like you're back, if you saw X, you're back in that farm, you're back in that space, and it's just like, and X came out, and it's not like X came out like years ago. This movie, X came out in March of this year, so this one and this film, and they're not that far apart. So it just feels like you're taking a break, and then you just come back, and it's just like, oh yeah, I remember that. So, and then we got a third film coming called Maxine, which is a sequel to X, and that's taking place in 1984 and following Maxine from X. Obviously. So, yeah, this is a very colorful, it's colorful, but it's also kind of twisted. But the thing is, in my opinion, what places this movie, it's like a little, like a star down. I give it like a 3.5 stars. But what places it down is just the fact that it's not quite as entertaining as X. But there's like great stuff in this movie. There's Mia Goth, like, she does this whole monologue scene and it's like there's no edits in it. It's just focusing on her telling her life story, or like what she wants, and you just sit there and just like, wow, this girl is so freaking terrific. It's fantastic. And I don't know, I guess I should talk. There are definitely kills in this movie, and the kills are really well done. You don't see one of them, unfortunately, but you see, like, the setup of it. So, and the ending of this... the ending of this movie, you've seen the trailer, where she does, like, the whole smile thing. That's at the end credits, the very, very end of the movie. She does that whole... Mia Goth smiles like that during the duration of the credits, which feels like, I think it's like 3 or 4 minutes long, and she just holds that smile the whole time, and she's like you see tears coming down, and it's just like, kudos to her, because that thing must have been annoying and painful to shoot for that entire sequence. I said this when I was watching it. I don't want to turn this into like a meme or anything, but I'm just gonna be honest. The very end of that scene, the ending credits of Toy Story 2 came to mind. Not like the outtakes, but when you see like tour guide Barbie, like she's saying goodbye to everyone, and she's just saying, "Is everybody gone? Is everybody gone?" And then she's just like, "Oh my god, my teeth are killing me. I can't keep smiling like this, you know." So when I was watching, like, that scene, that's all I was thinking of. That's all I could think of was that scene. It's like, Mia Goth must have, like, when they call cut, Mia Goth must have thought that exact same thing. Just like, my teeth are killing me. I can't keep smiling like this. So, and it just, like, it does, like, the whole, like, closing circle on the thing when the film concludes. Kind of like, it's like a Looney Tunes episode where it's like, that's all, folks. I don't know. Oh, man, that's just like something. So yeah, I really enjoyed this film. I was, like I said, I do prefer X to it a little bit. I'm really looking forward to Maxine. And this is just a great, great prequel to, like, leads into X. And then, of course, we're getting at Maxine a little later. And so, yeah, I gave this film like a 3.5 out of 4 stars. It's a fantastic movie, don't get me wrong. It really is. I just don't think it's quite up to like a 4 or 5 star. Maybe on rewatch, I'll put it up there, maybe. I just have to rewatch it again. It happened with X. Originally, I gave X like a 3.5 out of 5 stars, but then after a rewatch, I really enjoyed it more. So I pushed it up to a 4. So, yeah, this film is just great. I really liked it. And I can't wait to own it. So, yeah, I was gonna go see Barbarian this week, but I don't know if I can. I think I'm gonna wait until I could stream it, because I really do want to see it. But it's just like the timing of it. It's just like, I don't know. But I'm going to be packed this week. There's a couple of movies I want to go see that are coming back to theaters. So, yeah. I hope you enjoyed this review, my review of Pearl, and this huge ocean of reviews that are commenting on this movie. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch my review of it. So thank you. And thank you again for all the views of the videos. I really do appreciate it. Anytime, I don't know, you guys just watching my videos, it just makes me feel so happy that I'm actually, like, entertaining you guys. So, yeah, thank you so much for watching my video. I really do appreciate it. And I will see you soon with a new one.